Welcome to Baker's channel where stories unfold, covering trials, dramas untold. Grab your seat, settle in, start the show. Courtroom clashes, the fun we bestow. Baker's channel, action's hot, dramas and fun, all we've got. Discuss, debate, break it down. Baker's channel, just the best in town. Lawyers spar, tensions high, sparks fly. We laugh, we learn, dive into the why. Join the chat, have your say, it's your place too. Every twist, we're here for you. Baker's channel, action's hot, draws and fun, all we got. Discuss, debate, break it down. Baker's channel, just the best in town. Day and place, I join the crowd. Baker's channel, we're live and loud.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what if any you might be. And welcome to this highly delayed hearing in the Kouri Richins trial, because I think I promised it a few times yet, but today we are going to do it. Monty went home today, so I might be a little bit emotional, so I needed my emotional support group, and nothing better than all y'all to be my emotional support group. I am back. Well, I'm trying to be, but I just wished that was easier to set up over on Rumble, but we'll try it again. Hey, Jar, and Spacey Stacy, and Danny T, Janine, Gretchen, Shay. Hey, Joe. Not the best song. American Dreamer. Hello. JPC, cold North Georgia mountains. It's been raining all day here. Well, I was lucky. I took Monty for his morning walk. Weather looked okay. It was cold. Came home, started raining. Stopped raining. Went to the stores to buy something with Monty. Came home. Has been raining since. Hey, San Panella. Good morning, Sue. Hey, Venus. It's another steamy day in Florida. Well, not here. Kimber Hills. Let's get baked. Ernie Birdie. Jackie McGee. We are here for you. Well, I knew he was going home today. I don't. Don't mind me. Hey, Sandy D. Look at me, I'm Sandra D. Little Miss Virginity. Won't go to bed till I'm legally wet. I can. I'm Sandra D. Elvis. Stay away from me. No, keep that pelvis away from me. I can't. It's been too long since I watched the movie. Hey, Carla. And Just Jen. Crash Daddy's Cannon. And Patty P. 65 degrees. That's good. Oh, Christine, you missed it. The dog has gone home today, so I am emotional. Snuggy. And Laura. Buenos dias. And Liz Judy. What time does it start? It's a re-watching of the latest hearing. So it's old news, but I have promised it so many times that we would watch it. So nothing else come up, because I was hoping on the 7 deadly sins case, Alabama don't show courtroom footage. Then I've been shopping around to see anything else. There was a 10-year-old case with some security guards in a mall who restrained a guy for 25 minutes, unaliving him, but uh, it. I think they missed day one, so it's kind of weird to get into, and the audio was bad. So nothing really. But today, stick around today later at 2 Eastern, there might be a competency hearing in the Carly Gregg case. If and so, I'll go live and cover that as well. Guten Morgen, Legally Blonde. Never heard that before. No, I bet you didn't. It's the same. My first name rhymes with passport. And so everyone is always saying, hey, remember your passport. Was thinking I'd have nothing to do today. Well, now I have something to do. I have to entertain you for a bit. I was in the 5th grade when Grease came out. I must have seen that movie 10 times that summer. In Denmark, it's played a lot of times on television. It's a winter movie. I don't know why, but it is. It's the same with Sound of Music in Denmark is a Christmas movie. Hey, Josie. Helen from Holland. Hello. What's the background on this one? This is the Kouri Richins case. We've been covering it for... When did we start covering? I think we actually started last year. It's the children's book author who might have spiced her husband's Moscow Mule with a little bit of fentanyl. And then a year later wrote a successful children's book about how her kids missed her dad, that she now stands accused of unaliving. It's also the case where victim impact statements had that beautiful line about never will we be at a family gathering again, wondering if he will show up without his socks or sleeves on because he had a bathroom emergency. Whenever Mo is streaming, just ask if she has sleeves on. She will die. We watched that, me, her, and Jamie, and it was just, what did she just say? Hey, Peter A. Now you want to know my first name? Well, go back in the olden days. I've said it a lot. Are you related to Triple H? Hunter Hearst Helmsley? Never been a Grease fan. Actually, I was sitting the other night and had nothing to do, and when I don't stream, I become a couch potato. And I was just about to put on Legally Blonde. I remember it as a good movie. I probably should watch it. Went. How do you pronounce the name Sus? Sus is also like sis. What you will, if you can call your sister that, because a sister is a sister. So sus is short for sister or short for sister. That's a well. He was an aristocrat from New England when he joined WCW. Before that, he was Terrorizer, I believe. Really bad name. Hey, KDP. There's also Legally Blonde the musical. It's on YouTube. I like that girl who played Ellen Woods. What's her name? I can't remember. I like her. I liked her in the Johnny Cash movie as well. So maybe I should go back. There's a lot of those 90s movies. There was kind of stupid. Don't tell anyone. This stays between you and me. My favorite guilty movie is 10 Things I Hate About You. I can watch that all the time. Defense will not win this, should not use the jail phone system. If anyone have watched it, no spoilers, please. It's a week old, so spoilers be out there. Reese Witherspoon. Exactly. No, this is the hearing from last week that I didn't have time to do last week because we did the Susan Lorenzik trial last week, and I promised I'll do it. I think I started promising it Sunday, so today will be the day. Hey, watch out, trials. Hey, Palola's mom, so good to see you. I saw it. I actually believe I saw it. No, it can't have been the first time I was in the first time I was in the US. I remember seeing Ace Ventura 2 on the plane home. That was a month before it started in movie theaters in Denmark. Back then, it took a while. But let's get to it, do it, because Jamie has decided again that she would rather work than hang out with us. She's getting way too serious. And I'm going to put this up, and then I'm going to be fast when starting it because there's a spoiler in the title on this one. So I'm probably not going to cover it, but I'm going to start it so the headline goes away, and then I'm going to put.
This is case 231500139, the state of Utah versus Kouri Richins. Counsel for the state, make their appearance, please.
Margaret Olson and Brad Butler for the state.
Welcome to both of you, and for Ms. Richins.
Wendy Lewis and Mr. Ramos for Ms. Richins, and as I said, Ms. Nestor is held up in court in Salt Lake.
Understood. Good afternoon, Ms. Richins. All right, we're here on a motion to disqualify the prosecution. That's docket 481. Ms. Olson, before I turn to defense counsel, I understand there were a few things you wanted to put on the record before we got rolling.
Yes, Judge, I have 4 items to clarify. The first one is it's our understanding through counsel that the defendant has waived hearsay objections for purposes of this proceeding. And I was hoping for a confirmation on the record that Ms. Richins is consulted and agrees with that waiver.
I have that in my list. Why don't you keep going through the rest of your 4?
Similarly, a confirmation of consultation and agreement by the defendant that she does not waive attorney-client privilege. I'm here to also confirm the state does not waive hearsay. And I wanted to note for the record that we have added some additional case authority since the original submissions. We have added United States versus Hatcher. That's 323 F3rd 666, an 8th Circuit case from 2003. We provided that case to the defense on July 31, 2024, and we included it in the binder we provided to the court on August 1st.
Okay, got it. So as a preliminary procedural note, Ms. Nestor.
Ms. Lewis.
I keep doing that. I'm
No
sorry.
problem. It
I
happens
apologize.
all the time.
There was a joint request to submit for decision a waiver of hearsay objections that was submitted. It was signed by defense counsel. It stated, among other things, that defendant has waived all hearsay objections in relation to the court's consideration of the motion to disqualify prosecution. I have 2 questions on that.
Sure.
First, does that specifically include the 18 attachments that are listed in the joint request to submit for decision?
It does.
And did you make that waiver in writing after consulting with Ms. Richins and advising her of the pros and cons of doing that?
We did.
Okay. As part of that, you were also quite clear that Ms. Richins does not waive the attorney-client privilege between herself and former counsel, correct?
That's correct.
And I imagine she was consulted about that as well.
Correct.
All right. And then were you able to review that additional authority that was sent over by the state's office?
We did. I mean, we take issue with the Hutchins case, but we can address that at the appropriate time.
Okay, sounds good. Ms. Olson, anything else?
No, the Hatcher, excuse me, the Hatcher case.
Understood. So we're here on defendant's motion to disqualify prosecution. The relief requested is in order either disqualifying the Summit County Attorney's.
No, this is from last week, but I've been promising to show it multiple times, and now I had the time to do it. Judge should read the audiobooks for Side Hustle. I can't make his face fit the voice, but I have to take it off screen whenever I pause because Smart TV have put in the result in the title, so just not to make anything too transparent. Let's enjoy time.
Office as the prosecution in this matter as a whole, or in the alternative, disqualifying Mr. Bloodworth as a prosecutor in the matter. The defense has the burden of production and persuasion on the motion, and they're entitled to the first and last word. Ms. Lewis, where do you want to start?
Well, Your Honor, I think that our main concern with what has been presented, and as you've already stated on the record, we agree, we waived hearsay and we accept the affidavits that have been submitted by the state in this case and by the members of Summit County Attorney's offices, officers of the court. In going through what they have presented thus far, I think the issue that concerns us the most is any finding that there would be a waiver of any privilege knowingly by Mr. Hamady in phone calls that are at issue in this.
I don't need to go that far, though, to deny the motion.
I think you're absolutely correct. And that's what I just wanted to make clear, because from our standpoint, you don't need to go that far, because what the state has presented on the record is that what happened is what we expect to happen, especially as defense counsel, when we discover, sometimes inadvertently, sometimes knowingly, that a recorded phone call has been given to the prosecution. And that is that as soon as the prosecution takes note that that is an attorney-client call, the call is immediately stopped, it's given to a taint team. I know they've represented that that's what's happened, and we don't have any evidence to say otherwise than that.
Right.
So I do believe that the issue of whether or not that privilege was waived is not relevant to the findings today, but we do think it's important that that is addressed. And yes, I do think there is another way to reach the issue in that case, because we certainly would be concerned with any kind of finding that there was any waiver on Mr. Hamady's part of privilege.
It seems to me that the findings that are supported by the evidence is that there was no intentional or purposeful intrusion into the attorney-client relationship between Ms. Richins and her counsel by the Summit County Attorney's Office or any agent of it. Do you see any error in that finding?
I don't. No.
And on that basis, I don't.
Yes, the problem is Kouri has changed her defense team because it was found out that her prison telephone calls were being taped, which all prison telephone calls will be, because they didn't use a special app that would scramble it so no one could listen into it. So they had to withdraw because of conflicts. This lady then have to hold the, let's say it as it is, the poo that the old defense team made. They believe there was some rumblings about Kouri Richins and her. She had a female attorney before, a wonderful dark-haired woman I really liked. She seemed like one who could make it really interesting. I think this new one, she seems a little bland. But they might disagree a little bit about how they should run this trial. But there was a screw up, and that's why she has a new defense team. Yes, every time we see it, someone mentions he was in another case, and I forget it until someone mentions it again. I have never, ever heard about hearsay privilege being waived either. No. Yeah, I like the old one better. Well, Marissa, then you were having a good time and you didn't need to come by. Hey, Zachariah. Was this the Jody and Ruby? No, this is the Kouri Richins. It's still same state. Jody and Ruby both took plea deals. That was for CA. No. Yeah. They both of them took plea deals on 4 different CA charges. This one is the woman who allegedly spiked her husband's Moscow Mule with a little bit of the good old fentanyl. A year later, she wrote a children's book about how much her kids missed their dad. It's since come out that she apparently had a boyfriend at the time who she kicked out of the condo he lived in. He rented from her. He was a contractor, I believe, for her. He has since been arrested in unrelated matters, if I remember the article correctly. She maybe tried to sign him up for a life insurance policy. It was found out that he had suspicions, so he had transferred who the beneficiary was in his will, which she then tried to sue the estate of him so she could get money from that. That was after she was arrested for the unaliving of him. His sister accuses her of, I believe, physically attacking her outside of the house because the sister was the beneficiary. So she was at the house to take care of stuff, and she attacked her. We have her former employee who had text messages about getting some fentanyl for her twice, I believe. There was the walk the dog book idea where she wrote that her brother should lie about how much drugs her husband took whenever he was going hunting. It's a crazy case. Lots of videos on it. At some point, if I get better at it, I need to do like Brandy and really do research, and I'll try to make a summary video when I have nothing else to stream. I can try and work on some videos and talk about the cases. Yeah, the old attorney was a powerhouse. I liked her. She seems like a fighter. I like a fighter. Did he do the Paltrow? Maybe. Take a week off and he doesn't need me anymore. I always need you. I'm emotional today. It's the same judge as Ruby Frankie and Jody Hildebrand. No, no, I don't think it's the same judge. I believe he was older. Sky Lazaro, her whole team left via conflict, but that was all very strange. Yeah, it seemed like there was a problem with that walk the dog. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I feel kind of like the mistake of not having that scrambled app was an easy way out. It's not the judge from Paltrow. Yeah, she got fentanyl twice. Does anyone know about Kouri's mother? She allegedly also has a history of husbands being short of breath too early. Maybe also with a little bit of help, but never convicted of it. The civil cases have way more tea in them. Hey, Mistral. Yeah, Sky Lazar. I liked her. She's kind of like Rosemary Scapiccio. She seemed like someone who fights for her client. Yeah, even though he turned into a fart box yesterday. I think the first night he was here because I had his food and water out in. I have a small room where I have my freezer and my things, and because it's really small, so two doors opening almost touch each other. So I think when it was out there, it was too dark for him, so he didn't really eat the first night. So yesterday he ate a lot, and then he turned into a fart box. Yeah, and I think that might have perhaps also been an easy way out, because there was some rumblings about them disagreeing about the defense because Kouri wouldn't listen to her Sarah Boone style. Didn't I? Didn't I? I don't know. I need to go back and look all of it up again. Hey, Dinosaur. Maybe it helps me understand better, because communicating. Well, when I kiss a girl, I normally brush my teeth first. So let's say it that way. Well, we had a nurse who became one of those angels of unaliving too. That happened in the hospital all the time. Yeah, there was a lot of. I'll send my document screens out there, and then I'll take all the credit when I find out. I am a gentleman. Too few people notice. Let's get back to it.
I don't see a basis to disqualify anybody from that office, at least under this record. I'm not suggesting that the case is frozen in time, but on the record before me today, that is the affidavits and other attachments that are referenced in the joint request, regarding which Ms. Richins has waived any hearsay objection. That there is no credible evidence that anybody from the Suffolk County Attorney's Office listened to any potentially attorney-client privileged phone calls other than to confirm, whoa, that's Ramsey, I'm moving on, or did anything else to intrude upon the attorney-client relationship between Ms. Richins and her prior counsel, or with any of you. Am I missing anything in the record before the court?
I don't believe you are, Your Honor, and our only position would be that, of course, if anything were to come up in the future,
Sure.
that would be something we had addressed at that time. But as of right now, no, I think as the court has articulated it, that's correct.
Is there anything else you wanted to say at the outset regarding the March interaction between Ms. Lazaro, jail staff, and the notebook?
I don't think we're in a position to address that, Your Honor, and as we said, Ms. Lazaro is not waiving privilege.
Right.
We weren't present when that happened, so we'll just submit what is so far in the record on that issue. We submit on that.
I don't see any legal issue with jail staff reviewing, scanning a notebook for words, diagrams, or contraband that would constitute or implicate a safety concern.
We would agree with that. I know that in the motion.
Now I can keep it up, because yes, the judge throws out the defense's motion to kick prosecutors off. Thank you, Smart TV. Yeah, anyone who read that letter and believed it was just a pitch idea from a book, tell him to change the words any way he likes it. He just have to say that he did this and this. Yeah. That's... I was on with Wiki, not on, I was in Wiki's chat earlier, where a guy had lost the driver's license, and he was asked, do you have a job? Yeah, I drive a truck. But you can't do that. You lost your driver's license. I love criminals. They're stupid. This lady's stupid as well. So you think, I'll just call it a rough idea for a book and I'll get out of it. I'll just say, not intentionally, I get out of it. I'll just claim that someone stole my shoes and broke into a house. I love stupid criminals. Maybe it is I have a story. Date, time of celebrating Baker, wine and cheese. Celebrating me what? If you're talking about my 2-year spectacular answer, giveaway, wait. It'll be September 7th at time to be determined. I think it'll be either at 6 or 8. It'll be a bad time for me anyway, so I'll just have to try and figure out when will most people be available for a giveaway. The last time I did it at 6 o'clock, and then someone did something to a former president, so I lost all my viewers. She's pretty and therefore innocent. What's this about? Exactly. That's how court rules. This is about Kouri Richins, the lady who allegedly unalived her husband. It's a motion hearing to get her prosecutor thrown out. Didn't happen. Yeah, I think he was like a high school, not a high school coach, but it was what do you call it, little league coach and all of that. He was a contractor. Apparently, she was one of those I want to make it big type of people who they were fighting about. She bought a house for, was it 3 million or something like that? Even though they didn't have the funds for it. There's a lot of stuff. I really, at some point, I should try and do some research.
Filed by Ray Quinney has intimated that it went farther than that, but yes, as you said, we don't have any affidavits to support that, and we're not waiving privilege, and there's no one here to testify about that. But yes, I do believe they have the right to scan briefly any documents coming out of the jail.
Okay, all right. I'll make sure you get the last word. Ms. Olson, Mr. Bloodrow.
Thank you, Judge. We took the liberty of preparing what we consider to be a robust proposed form of order.
I looked at it.
I would like to speak to you about why I think the scope of that order is so important. As a criminal justice professional for 3+ decades, I have observed a certain practice creep into the conduct of some defense lawyers. That is, intentionally placing appellate issues into a case, so if their client is convicted, they have a good shot at a second trial. Let's call this the poisonous breadcrumb strategy.
Yeah, he's breathing harder than Brian Higgins when he texted, well.
I am one member of the bar who strongly disagrees with that conduct. I posit that every lawyer has an affirmative duty not to engage in conduct that would be prejudicial to the administration of justice. And for this, I cite Rule 8.4D. It is wrong for a lawyer to intentionally throw a wrench into the gears of the system of justice, to intentionally create an error, to intentionally procure a fundamentally flawed proceeding for their client. As an elected county attorney, I have a sworn duty to protect the constitutional rights of the criminally accused.
Yeah, but that's the thing about victims. They never done nothing bad. It's always the one who's still breathing that's the bad person. It's the same, you can say in everything. But that's back to the Caroline Tyler case. How did they determine who did the DV? The first one to walk in at the police station and claim the other one did it. Didn't look for signs of any DV or anything. It was just the first one through the door must be right. Sadly, that's how it is. But everyone who is not breathing anymore is automatically a better person for it, because you will only hear good things. That's a landmine. That's a landmine. There's a lot of public cases where maybe the media also, but it's landmines I can't step on YouTube.
Have a duty to provide a fundamentally fair process. Among the many rights of the criminally accused, I am charged with protecting. The right to a manufactured appellate issue is not one of them. Ray Quinney and Nebaker and Sky Lazaro went where no attorney has ever gone before and took the unprecedented action of seeking to deprive this aggravated murder proceeding of every single attorney of record on a single Friday afternoon. They withdrew and they moved to disqualify the entire prosecution.
So this is where I need you to slow down for a second. Sky Lazaro's motion to withdraw was not.
I haven't found it yet. If anyone has it, please DM me, put it on Discord. I have been looking for it. I haven't found it.
Not because of any of her conduct. It was an imputed conflict from somebody else in a large firm. And so I need you to stop just short.
I like this judge. He didn't take it just well. Yeah, of course. You're right when you say Skylar Lazaro was a bad girl. Phrasing was bad. It had nothing to do with what you just implied. So you're just as slimy as the other side.
Of going too much farther down the road of alleging a dial and dash kind of plan here. Let's just stay focused on what was in the motion and what evidence there is, if any. Why do I need to make findings regarding the content and circumstances of communications that your office hasn't listened to?
Because the motion sitting in that record, if not addressed now, if not addressed thoroughly and cleaned up now, is the equivalent of an undetonated grenade in this record.
I respectfully disagree if the court finds there was no Sixth Amendment violation because there was no intrusion into the attorney-client relationship. And there cannot be any intrusion under the evidence in the record before this court. It simply didn't happen. Regardless of what Ramzi Hamidi did or didn't say, or what Ms. Richins objectively or subjectively believes the circumstances of that call were with respect to confidentiality, the evidence showed Mr. Bloodworth didn't listen to him, and that jail staff did not read the substance of that notebook. That's it. I can understand why your office is really pissed about the content of that motion, but that is not enough to form a Sixth Amendment violation.
It's not. There's no factual basis, there's no legal basis, and it was done for an improper purpose. And while those unfounded allegations are of the utmost concern to this team, protecting this record is our primary goal. And I believe that this is what Your Honor needs to do. We have thought long and hard about this. It has been a real burden to try to work through this with this sitting unresolved in our record. And I agree, correcting the record begins and ends with one simple and essential truth. We didn't listen to the calls.
And did not read the contents of the notebook that was alleged to be attorney-client privilege notes from Ms. Richins to her lawyer at the time. Right? We can acknowledge that if that had occurred, we'd be having a different conversation. There's no evidence that occurred. And there's no objection from the defense to reasonable scanning of documents going out of the jail to make sure they do not contain safety concerns or contraband. You're right on the law.
My mods can share links and I can share links. The rest, that's why I say, please DM me. I put in the Discord link because I'll remove that post in a bit so future replays don't get it. It's not that the Discord is pay to play. It's just I'll try and just make sure we kind of have an idea of who gets on there. If you're not a member and you want to be on the Discord, reach out to one of the mods and they will help you get a link. If you're a member, want to join the Discord, I believe, what day is it today? It's not today. The Josie and Jamie are beginning some new craft sessions. Movie night every Sunday night. There's a lot of the documents and all the cases we're following. We hang out in live chat if nothing else goes on. It's a fun place. We try to make it fun, so join us making it fun-rest. That's what I'm saying.
Judge, I'm accountable to this community. The community, Eric Richins' family, and the defendant deserve to know with certainty that there has been no intrusion into the attorney-client relationship. And I believe the proposed findings of fact and conclusions of law that we've submitted to the court
Pause
do
for
that.
1 second. Do we need to let somebody in? Okay. My apologies, Ms. Wilson. Keep going. You are accountable, as am I. And Ms. Nestor, Ms. Lewis, and Mr. Ramos are accountable to me and to the bar. We are all accountable to somebody here. There is no credible evidence of any intrusion by your office or anybody in it, or any agent of it, into the attorney-client relationship between Ms. Richins and her current or former counsel. That is the end of the motion.
May I recite a few of the findings I would like to see in the order?
I've read them, but you can if you'd like.
Okay.
I love that that's the end of the motion. A smart prosecutor at that point would say, yes, Your Honor, thank you, Your Honor, and sit back down.
Ms. Richins and Mr. Hamady knew their calls were being recorded. Because the recordings existed, their production and discovery was compelled. Just because the recordings exist does not mean anybody listened to them for the reasons, and I thank you for the.
Correct.
The prosecution did not listen to them and diligently sidestepped them. The allegations by Ray Quinine-Ebeker and Sky Lazaro are speculative at best and bad faith at worst. The conspiracy alleged that jail personnel are intruding into the attorney-client relationship and sharing information with the prosecution is speculative at best and bad faith at worst. There has been no per se Sixth Amendment violation. The 34 calls are not protected communications. I want to go there. The presence of a recording device destroyed any privilege that may otherwise have existed. There was no intrusion into the attorney-client relationship. The prosecution never became privy to any attorney-client communications. And the timing of the motion
Old case, old hearing, just watching it for the first time. It's the Kouri Richins trial.
to disqualify 5 months after Ray Quinine-Ebeker discovered the existence of the 34 recordings in the discovery file, 5 months after the email that contained swift and categorical assurances by myself and the chief prosecutor that no such intrusion had occurred, and 3 months after the disturbance at the jail is a standalone basis for denial.
Nice read.
Because of the timing and because it can be viewed as a manipulative litigation.
Yes, I have my. I like this color. I know people hate it. And hello, Vice Raiders.
Tactic under the DJ investment group case. I would like those findings, Judge, and I think the rub between myself and Ms. Lewis is simply that finding that it's the Patrick case. case, the new case.
You're asking the court to rule as a matter of law that any communication made by Ms. Richins to her counsel outside of the protected arm of the home wave system is automatically a non-confidential communication. I'm not prepared to do that. And I don't need to, because the evidence shows your office did not listen to it, which was the correct response. And so we don't need to go down that law. The implications of that broader ruling might be difficult for me to see around those corners at this point. I'm not doing that.
And I do need to place on the record another thing. After this defense team was appointed, they asked that if we would cause the team's attorney to remove those 34 calls from the discovery file, and he did do so, and he is in sole possession of those. I wanted to make that clear.
I appreciate that.
Okay, that's my request. I'll wait and see what your order says.
I understand. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms.
So he already ruled in favor of her office. He already told her, you ain't getting anywhere with that motion, and she keeps yammering on about it. I think when this is going to be live, we are going to hate her. Which is a good thing for the defendant.
Lewis.
All right, I don't think we have anything to add. I mean, you've addressed our concern. So unless you want me to say anything more about the waiver of privilege, we don't have anything to add. We just
Okay. The issue before the court is defendant's motion to disqualify the prosecution. As requested in order either disqualifying the Suffolk County Attorney's Office in whole or disqualifying Mr. Bloodworth as a prosecutor. The factual allegations on which defendant's motion is based are twofold. First, that Mr. Bloodworth listened to certain attorney-client privilege communications between defendant and one of her attorneys, or prior attorneys, Mr. Ramzi Hamidi. There's no credible evidence that Mr. Bloodworth or any other agent of the state has listened to any attorney-client privilege communication.
No, but the judge said, doesn't matter because the defense team has stated you didn't listen to it. And when the judge tells you, don't go too far because we know it has nothing to do with that. And she keeps yammering on and claims that Lorenza put it in there to taint it for an appeal. And he says, don't take that route. She probably shouldn't have taken that route. What do I know? But normally if people tell me the stove is hot, I don't need to put my hand on. I've been burned before.
Between defendant and her counsel, other than a few occasions on which Mr. Bloodworth listened to the minimal amount of time necessary to identify Mr. Hamidi as a participant in the call, and after which Mr. Bloodworth promptly stopped listening and moved on. The second factual allegation upon which defendant's motion is based is an incident on March 26, 2024, during which jail staff, specifically Sergeant Thomas, would not allow defendant to pass a notebook to her counsel, prior counsel, Ms. Lazaro, until after jail staff had read each page of the notebook. And there's no credible evidence that Sergeant Thomas did or even attempted to read the substance of any page of the notebook, as opposed to merely scanning the pages for words, diagrams, or contraband that implicated a safety concern for the jail or jail staff. Based upon an independent review of the record, the court finds that neither Mr. Bloodworth nor any other agent of the Summit County Attorney's Office has intentionally or purposefully intruded upon the attorney-client relationship between defendant and her counsel. And the Summit County Attorney's Office has not directed the Summit County jail staff regarding the...
Yeah, Vices, are you trying to not you, because you're in South Korea, still not convinced you are not Sarah Boone's secret benefactor in South Korea. But is Utah trying to be the Florida of the West? Because there's a lot of cases coming out of Utah. But thank you for the rate.
Conditions of defendant's pretrial detention. Based on those findings, the court concludes that no per se violation of defendant's Sixth Amendment rights has occurred based on the conduct of the Summit County Attorney.
So Aussie Overlord is now on her defense team. I see how it is. It's no, it was just so funny. The only country she mentioned was South Korea. Why? Probably because she thought that was very exotic. You like the Lego video? I went out and got my adult son some Legos. After that, he loved it. I don't like building techniques. I've been sitting here building on. It's too finicky. I like the new stuff better. The icons. It's easier to build. Hey, Alan, how you doing? Her spiking of the drink wasn't intentional. No, and the 2 times she contacted her worker and said, "Can you get me some fentanyl?" It was for her gardening project. And who do you hang out with every Sunday? Which everyone should watch Sunday afternoon. Well, early American time, Eastern Standard Time. Jeff and Aussie is having a Sunday show. Not many people streams on Sundays, so everyone should go watch that. They do watch some scantily clad ladies playing football, and might I say they play football harder than I do. They are actually quite extreme when they hit each other. Hey, Lily Tree. We're just rewatching Kouri Richins' hearing. Yeah, that's isn't that the excuse you use?
His office, and based on the record before the court, disqualification of Mr. Bloodworth or any other attorney in the Summit County Attorney's Office is not necessary to maintain the fairness of these adversary proceedings. In sum, defendant's motion to disqualify is without credible basis and is denied. The court will issue written findings of fact and conclusions of law to preserve an appellate record and will issue that written ruling in the near future. Ms. Lewis, anything else on the motion?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Olson?
Thank you, Judge.
We have a preliminary hearing coming up. At the last scheduling conference, I asked you whether there were any evidentiary issues or stipulations that we needed to address in advance of that. Have we made any progress, Ms. Olson?
Well, as Ms. Lewis said, Ms. Nestor's been in trial. We are going to be working on that and fully anticipate we'll be able to have it defined prior to the beginning of prelim, so Your Honor knows.
If we need to have a discussion, I'd like to have it prior to August 26th so that neither side has any surprises the morning of. And so if I need to fit you into my schedule during the week of August 19th, please let me know.
Understood.
Okay. Ms. Richins, barring that, I will see you again on the morning of August 26th. I wish you the very best of luck.
Would counsel present please introduce?
That has nothing to do with this one. So, motions denied. And per request, even though I said I wouldn't do it, where did that go now? Let's do some Sarah Boone body cam. All y'all from Vices know Sarah. I'm just gonna, because there's a lot of commentary on it, I just want the body cam. This is from 2019, where they were Yeah, let's see what it's about. It's because I have these big muffin tubs. Let's see what this is about. Everyone has been raving about the Sarah Boone bodycam. This is from 2019, so a year before she made Jorge hide and seek champion of the world.
This would
incident.
not be the last time that the police were called to the apartment, but we are going to just look at the body cam from 6/18/2019 at this time.
Want to watch that side?
Friendly conversation. Hey, you want to speak to so-and-so about something real quick? Junior Torres. Junior, right? Or,
Jorge Jr.
yeah, Jorge Torres Jr.
Morning, ma'am. Can we talk to Jorge Jr.?
No, he's working.
Okay.
He's working?
Yeah, he
Does-
works in it. That's Aloma. I think you you go this way and you go to Aloma. I
Okay.
think. That's the Ace there.
Oh, he works at Ace Hardware.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're just here to speak to him about something that possibly happened yesterday. So, but he's at work right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to have a chit chat with him. That's all. That's where he's at right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Why?
you know, he's an alcoholic.
Is he? Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
And
Good morning, genitals. And I don't know why they put in that graphic, probably so they can claim copyright after it. I'll fight it for you.
the lady that he's having problems, she
Those
has paid his,
$2.50.
his ID, and she
They
don't
won't
want to
get
give
them.
it to him
Okay.
for a long time.
Okay.
He
Okay.
got everything.
Because he was just arrested, wasn't he?
Yeah, because I think arguing with her.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. But yeah, we just wanted to speak to him about something real quick. If he's at work, we'll have a chit chat with him at work and we'll go from there. So, okay, man, thank you. Appreciate
Okay,
it.
you're
Sorry to bother you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
So he wasn't there, but he had just been arrested because he was arguing with some woman. Wonder who that could be. Oh, I know this place. This is the bush. This bush right here is where Sarah became famous, when she was straddling that bush, drinking off the faucet. This isn't the DV. This is because he cashed some bad check or some check fraud. Danny T, please stop hoeing. Please. Allegedly. That's what Sarah says. Go back there. I remember the bushes.
So I'm guessing you called for a reason, right?
Told me 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do realize he's here, though, right? Okay. Have you been drinking?
I had a drink.
Okay.
Why is she talking like she's 5 years old? And why did she come out and say, "Hey, it's the police"? She looks like my kids when I said, "No, we only get candy on Friday nights." What? I had one drink. One little drinky poo. Mama needs her Chardonnay. Just to get creative and make puzzles. I can't drink. I won't drink. Yeah, it's about that. That's she's just about to throw herself down and say, "Don't arrest him." But does she have anxiety to the rough? No, she has a lot of other problems than yeah. She's trying to be cute and it's not cute. Thank you, Jamie.
It's raining.
It is raining. No, don't close the door. 'Cause I gotta keep an eye on my guy. Yeah, just leave it open.
Okay, well,
She's drunk as a skunk.
What's gonna happen? Yeah, I have to. He's here. Yeah, you can stay right here. You can stay right here. He doesn't know that he doesn't know how I'm right. Yeah. I have to. Why do we have to? So we left earlier. We respected your wish earlier. Yeah, we respected your wish earlier, okay? But he's here. Okay. It's because it's domestic. That's the only reason why. Yeah, I have to, man. You can stay right here. He doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to know. Oh, here your feet. You can sit by here. Stop raining. It's just sprinkling. It's okay.
go in the corner if you want.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, but I'm literally begging you, don't.
Yeah, but you know he's gonna have to.
No.
Just stay here.
Don't come out here acting out. Okay.
There's nothing I can do?
There's nothing you can do.
Why?
Just the law. It's the way the law is. All right. So.
I kind of want to give you a hug.
No, you don't need to give me a hug.
I kind of want to give you a hug. This actually explains so much about her behavior. She seems like she's mentally stunted as a 14-year-old. She's really weird.
Yeah, you cut a big and berry.
No, that's okay. No hugs today. Man, you're going. Man, go inside. Go inside. Go inside. We have one conversation. She's good. She's good. I'm trying to get her to go back
Yes, I
inside.
think I have another compilation. It's in.
I know, but I'm trying to keep you away from there. You're not listening. You keep coming outside. Just go inside. Yeah, he'll come talk to you.
No, don't have Rachel come talk to me.
There you go. Have Rachel. There you go.
George, I'll do whatever I can.
Okay. All right.
George!
What's your name again? I just said the stop. That's all I want to. There you go. Go call Papa Mom.
Babe, I had no idea.
I had no idea. Babe.
Jesus Christ. Go inside. Call Mom and Pop.
What?
You're not going to do anything for him. There you go.
They
Call Mom
won't
and Pop.
answer.
You can't do
I'll
anything
make
for
sure we
him.
go over there and do it.
I hate that posture.
Babe!
Stop screaming at him. See, she don't listen.
I know.
No. Go back inside.
Sure.
Go back inside. Go back inside. Jesus.
Do you need Jesus right now?
I don't need Jesus. Go inside. Go inside. Why do you keep coming out here causing problems? Just go inside and call Mom and Pop. There's nothing you can do for him out here. You're not going to hug him. You're not going to go talk to him. Just go inside and call Mom and Pop.
How's Henry over there talking to him?
Henry's a property manager. He's asking him questions. The deputy's asking him questions.
And look how fast she switches. 2 minutes ago, I want to give you a hug. 2 seconds later, do you need Jesus? Why is Henry over there? Imagine living with this emotional hurricane.
Why is this?
What do you want me to do?
Ma'am, go inside. Go, call Mama Pops. Let's go. You're not doing anything for him screaming here. Why is this so hard for you?
What happened?
I need his father and his mother.
Take her inside. Take her inside. Maybe he'll show it to you.
His father's number and his mother's number.
Yes, I
Yeah.
got
So
I
I
got
could give him a
both.
piece of.
I got
All right.
both. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all gotta go. Okay, it's done when it's done.
Why are you screaming for?
Sarah, I need the number. You don't have it.
Goodness gracious.
I have it.
I need you to write it.
I know. She's on something.
So they got domestic incident last week.
I'll give
Uh-huh.
He has a no contact order.
He has no. Okay.
I know how it feels to be locked up without a number.
Yeah.
Can you write his mother and his father's number?
Come inside.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Do you need anything with me?
I need you to go inside like the past 5 minutes. Goodness gracious. All right, go.
She called the cops on him. Then they came to take him away. And then she said, but just don't tell him. And now she's fighting for him not to be taken away.
Yeah, you have to hurry up. It's on the floor. All right, bud.
You need her for anything?
No, we don't. We have her information already.
He was amended.
So here's what's gonna happen, bud. You're gonna take the ride back down, and because it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're gonna see a judge tomorrow morning. So you won't be able to see her today. Okay? And it might be the same judge that gave you the no contact order. Okay. Listen, from here on out, bud, until that case is resolved, you cannot come here, okay, or have contact with her, even if she invites you. Okay. She called us earlier and told us that you guys had a no contact order. Okay. She didn't want anything to do with you. Like, charge, nothing. But we told her because it's domestic, the state of Florida has to. Okay. So, all right, bud. Just make sure he's got nothing on him. Hey, you don't have anything on you, right, bud?
No, I believe it's only 2nd degree. So no unaliving.
No, okay. We'll make it as cordial as it can be. Okay. We promise, man. All right.
Did he say it's after 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. or did he say it's 2 p.m.?
What did you say?
Sure. I'll do it right here.
I love you, babe.
Do it again. Who put the no contact order on him, Sarah? He's now in trouble because you put a no contact order on him and you are now getting angry, yelling outside the house.
I love you. Call Pop and Mom. Tell them that I'm.
Hey,
Sarah. Call Pop and Mom.
I'll make Henry go over there and do it. Hey.
I want to give him a hug.
No.
It's all right, babe.
George, give me your mom's and your father's
Just
number.
stay here.
I don't know it.
You don't know
Tino, Sarah knows.
What's the charges against?
So the domestic battery charge that he got hit with last week or whatever it was, he was given a no contact order by the judge. Okay, whether she invites him or not,
I know.
he knows he can't be here. So he was here this morning, and she called us this morning. Okay, he's now back.
Oh, so it's a non-contact could be because they are always fighting against each other, and the judge said you have to stay away. Thank you. Yeah, that's weird that the body, but again, that would be said in court. He is a manlet. He's just about as high as the car. I don't know how tall that is.
And he knows by the he can't be any contact.
A manlet is a small man. Think about too short and too skinny. That's a manlet. Yes, this is Hide and Seek Champion 2020. Yeah, Jorge, right? That's how you pronounce it. I think they have had so. I think she's been arrested 5 times and he has been arrested 6 times for DV against each other. And they just bail each other out the next day. Hey, Tom Gillis. Tom Gillis has a YouTube channel. He is really, really close to getting 10,000 subscribers. If you play golf, or if you're like Lefty claiming you play golf so you have a reason to go to a golf course and drinking your Bud Lights, he has great instruction videos and he's a funny guy. Go sign up for him. He's a good egg. Maybe if one of the mods can share his link.
No, he gets a phone call when he's down there. Yeah, he gets when he gets in. Well, if you have a piece of paper real quick, you can get it
No, that's why you never play golf.
for me and we'll give it to him.
You don't know your mother's number?
She has. If you can get it real quick, we'll give it to him.
Can I get his mother's number?
And make sure that.
Yeah, then he's smaller than Dave. There's also another one. I have to fiddle around with that one as well because it's a computer. Introduction, bodycam portraits. Oh, this time there's copies. That's nice. I think a sandwich, but a manwich is a meal. No, a manwich is and Danny T is the one who says she's hoeing. If you can find a link for Tom Gillis, gracias. That's thank you in Spanish, Jamie.
For a year and a half, and he's going through a whole bunch of shit. Pardon me for saying that. No. Go ahead. Pardon me for saying that, but like, oh man, he let loose on my ass tonight, and I'm not having it. Okay. All right. I got kicked in the face. Okay. Kicked in the face.
Conveniently forgets to mention the strangling.
That you know of, there's no guns, anything in there? Okay.
No.
We just have to double check.
Yeah.
There's none of us.
I know, baby. You guys are doing your job.
All right,
No.
Sarah here?
Yes.
Sarah here?
Go get him.
And this is what I'm talking about. She did not call them for her own safety. She called them to, quote, go get George. Because she didn't like him doing what he did. She didn't like him defending himself. So now she called the police so that they would get him, not protect her. There's a difference. If you remember in a previous video.
I don't know why this voice is talking all the time. Can we get it without all the commentary? I just want to see the video. Do I think Valhalla is in Nick's suitcase? Haven't seen him since Nick left. Valhalla couldn't be in a suitcase, not even Nick's. Does anyone know if the no contact order was still in effect when George was unalive? No. This is the one I'm looking for. These are not. No. Jess, I wanted you to share a link to Tom Gillis's channel. And I want to have this body cam video without someone talking over it all the time. That's my job. Manwich was a sauce you mix with ground beef to make sandwich with. Oh. Tom Gillis will get into a suitcase. Hey, Lexi. No, Tom Gillis doesn't cover this. This is a guy called SKR. I don't know who it is, but it was because I was promoting Tom. He's really close to 10,000 subs, so that's why I wanted you to share a link so people go over there and sign up. He's a good egg. Can I find Sarah Boone without all the commentary? Bum, 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 bum. This is from 2018, so it's a little earlier. Oh, yeah, the same as before. Let's use transparency. She doesn't talk over the body cam. And boom, boom, boom. We do this.
Sure. George was having a difficult time breathing. George was sitting on the steps and started kicking towards Sarah in an attempt to get her off of him. George believes he might have kicked Sarah in her face, but was not sure. George believed that if he did not kick Sarah off of him, she would have made him incapacitated due to being strangled. George refused medical treatment. George also refused to write a statement and/or sign any dating violence paperwork. Let's take a look at the body cam. Just a quick disclaimer, I am not going to edit out any body cam footage that has persons in it. I will edit out any blank redact.
It's not important. Let's go to the meat and potatoes. Oh, there's my honey. No audio. No audio. It'll come up. There we go.
Together for a year and a half, and he's going through a whole bunch of shit. Pardon me for saying that.
No. Go ahead.
Pardon me for saying that, but like, oh man, he let loose on my ass tonight, and I'm not having it.
Okay. All right.
I got kicked in the face.
Okay.
Kicked in the face.
That you know of, there's no guns, anything in there? Okay.
No.
Just to set it up, it's a year before the other body cam, so I took it in the wrong order. So this is 2 years before she made him win in hide and seek.
I know, baby. You guys are doing your job.
All right, Sarah here?
Yes.
Sarah here?
Go get him.
They have been, again, they have been fighting. Both of them, I think, had no contact order on each other or put in place on each other. It was a typical addict home, filled with violence and emotions going this way all the time.
I swear to God, there's nothing for you guys to be afraid of.
What's his name?
George.
George, all right.
There's nothing for you guys to be afraid of.
She's very single, but she doesn't live alone. She has 65 roommates. So, but she doesn't drink anymore. So you won't have to handle that problem.
I swear to God, I'm done with this attitude. He beat the fuck out of me tonight. And I'm done with it. I have to go to work tomorrow.
What's up, George? You want to talk to us? Go inside. Talk to you inside.
You see my eye?
I do see your eye.
You see my
Okay,
eye.
tell me how it all went down from beginning to.
Yes, my love.
Okay.
Okay, so
She don't drink. She can't drink. She won't drink.
we were having a really good day, and we went across the street to Muldoon's, and everything was good and fine and dandy. And because I talked to another guy because he left, came in there, and I got so mad because I asked for a cigarette from another guy because he took my license, my debit card, and everything. Cigarettes, everything. Took everything. Took everything.
Okay.
So I asked someone for a cigarette,
Mhm.
and it happened to be a guy. So he walked in and got super pissed because I asked for a cigarette from another guy. I came home. Mind you, my car is across the street still.
Okay. So you get home. You go inside.
Oh man, let loose. Mm-mm.
Okay. Elaborate. So you open the door. What happens from there?
I'm a whore.
He starts calling you names. Okay.
When I say ragdoll, do you know what that is?
I know what a rag doll is.
Oh man, I was ragdolled.
Okay, but I need
you
you.
in the face.
Okay, I need you to elaborate. Like, you walk into the house. Did you start arguing? He started calling you names. You said he was.
No, I walked out. I walked in and I.
Yeah, that's she sounds like a 10-year-old who's constantly trying to figure out which one of my personalities will work to get me the stuff I need. She's horrible.
Walked to the back. I just wanted to smoke a cigarette and just go to sleep. I just literally wanted to just smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. And then as you're making your way to the back, what happened?
I got caught on the stairwell.
You got caught on the stairwell. So he caught you on the stairwell. And what did he get in front of you? Started confronting you, telling you anything? What happened?
It was bad.
Okay. Elaborate, Miss Sarah. I need you to tell me exactly what happened so I can help you.
My heart is like, I don't want him to get in trouble, but fuck, I'm tired of being beaten up.
Okay. I understand. I'm trying to help you out, but
I know
need
you are. I know you are.
I need you to elaborate a little bit. So,
I swear
in
to
the
God,
stairwell,
dragging me down the stairs.
It's because you need that little lift off from the bottom of the door so he can get all the way up there. He's not that tall.
I went upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
tried to get in the bed. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. I just wanted to go to sleep. I didn't make it to the bed. I didn't make it to the bed. He caught me in the upstairs.
Like in the hallway?
Beating the fuck up. That's all I can say.
Okay, what do you mean? Like, I see your eye. What you said he kicked you in the eye.
That's what this is. That's what this foot.
Were you on the floor when he kicked you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how did you get to the floor? Did he push you? Did he pull you? How?
Normally what I do is, because he does it so often, I just go to the floor. So I'm pretty sure I don't really recollect. I went to the ground.
Okay, and then that's when he kicked you.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. I don't mind. So you went down to the ground.
Yes, that's what I do.
Did he?
That constant, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. It's such a... It's this constant... I'm not a licensed psychologist and I don't have any... and the Goldwater rule and all that. I think she's a psychopath because she's constantly doing that emotional... Where can I get what I need? Which emotions do I need to project at you to get me what I want? She just seems such a psycho that oh, she's so sorry now, and we saw in the other clip when I want to give you a hug. That didn't work. She turned to anger. She's constantly fluxing to find out what works in this situation. It's like yeah, to me that comes off like a psycho.
He kicked you with which? Do you recall which foot?
Right.
Right foot. Okay.
Heel.
His heel. Okay. And you say you've been together
I'm a
for...
whore. Because I asked for a cigarette. Because he left my ass in my car across the street.
Okay. You said you've been together for about a year?
And a half.
A year and a half.
Yes.
Okay. Lived together, obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
I just recently went through a divorce. He's been there with me. He knows all the story, blah, blah, blah. But
I know. I'm just trying to.
this sucks. And I have to go to work tomorrow.
Do you want the fire department to come out check your eye?
Document Queens, what work did Sarah ever have?
No? Okay. Okay. Do you want to press charges? You can smoke your cigarette if you want.
Can she have her Dr. Pepper,
You're
please?
talking to me by myself.
I don't want him to be
Hey, copy that.
Please put the finger up the police.
So you don't want to press charges? Okay. Do you want to fill out any paperwork? Do a statement? No? Okay. Smoke your cigarette, sit down.
Tom, she's going pro se, so you can probably slide in as a standby counsel. You can get a lot of time with her. Just claim you have a law degree. She'll take you. I don't know how the rules are in Florida, but again, prison didn't help her.
Smoke your cigarette.
I don't want him to get in trouble.
Okay.
But
I know.
you guys have actually been out here twice now. Look at this shit. You fucking rip my shit all the time.
Did this happen today?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I need to get something.
All right. Yeah, I see it. It's ripped and down there a little bit.
I just bought this yesterday.
I get it. Sit down. Smoke your cigarette.
Pardon?
Do your thing. No, it's fine. Do you have an ID with you? Is it in the house? Okay, we'll go find it later.
I know my number if you want it.
Oh, that's perfect. Go for it. First name is spelled S-A-R-A-H. Do you have a middle name?
Catherine. Kathryn.
K-A-T-H-R-Y-N.
R-Y-N.
Just okay. What's your last name?
Boone. B-O-O-N-E.
Date of birth?
10-10-7-7.
I get it.
This is
Make
for
sure
you,
not to sit in my
Sarah.
arm anymore. Do you have a telephone number?
407.
407?
716.
716?
8684.
8684? Email
Hey,
address?
there you go, Tom. You have her number now.
SKP _.
1-800.
1-800?
At yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com.
Sorry.
No, that's cool. Okay. I get it. I get it. Sit down, smoke your cigarette, try to relax a little bit. I'm going to take pictures of you in a little bit. All right?
Thank you.
No problem.
This is made in Poland. It doesn't taste like American Dr. Pepper. Yes, we are about to make a love connection here. Tom is going to meet up with Sarah. He's going to help her out of court. He's going to end up not in a suitcase, but in a golf bag. I'm going to cover the trial. I'm going to be a millionaire twice over because Sarah is going back to prison. Don't ruin my business. Remember to call that number, Tom. It's going to be amazing.
The other side. Am I going to spend the whole night over there?
DK Cribble, no pay to play on the Discord. I just put in, I normally remember to do it once a week because it runs out the Discord link. If you're on the Discord, you're on the Discord. It's not you don't have to be a member to be on the Discord. It's just a good way to get people notifications because YouTube don't do it.
When it comes to, have a seat. We'll talk.
That number is disconnected. It's in the police, so I'm not doxing her. Well, suitcases comes in many sizes, so you can get specially made. Tom Boone is the way to go.
When it comes to domestic related stuff, man, you'll probably sit in there for a day, okay? Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, you're gonna probably sit in there for a day, maybe 2. All right, possibly. It's all up to the judge. All right, this the thing is that the reason why they do that, man, is because when it's domestic related. All right, y'all are dating. This is still dating violence, still domestic violence. Yeah. Okay, they got to make sure they keep y'all separated long enough to where nobody's gonna come home and kill each other. You know, I know that might not be your intention. That's the majority of the domestic violence and dating violence, battery calls that we deal with. That never happens. But there's always that one out of many that will do it. So that's why you'll probably sit in jail for maybe a day.
Yeah, but again, I think they had like 11 DV calls to that house. They should both have left each other, but it's that codependency of being addicts that you need. How many addicts do you know who are in absolutely horrendous violence, both for male and females, and they stay with them because they are depending on them to get them to cover their addiction? It's horrendous, but sadly, that's how most of it is. So a lot of the ongoing DV could probably be solved if you fix the underlying problem, which is the addiction, and in Sarah's case, probably that she's mentally ill.
Okay. All right, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, just keep being cooperative. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you want your phone?
Yes. Make sure
Keys.
you guys lock the back door, okay?
We got you. Don't worry. We'll take care of that. You go by Junior. You go by George.
George.
Is it George or is it Jorge?
Jorge.
Jorge. All right.
George.
Hey man, I'll call you by your name. Well, you want George? Okay, I'll call you George.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Hey, Miss Sarah, you mind putting down the cigarette so I can take a few other pictures? You need me? Yeah, just stand up for me. Face my car that way. The car is that way. Hands behind your back.
Oh, what?
For battery domestic?
Me?
Both of you.
What does that mean?
Battery domestic violence. You two
Especially STIs.
hitting each other.
Oh.
Doesn't go down like that. All right? Walk towards that car. County 125. I have a white female secured. You don't have anything that's going to poke me, stick me, cut me? Okay. Put your chest on that flag and stay there for me.
Is this for real?
This is for real.
Why?
I already explained to you. Chest on flag.
Depends. Do you have multiple personalities? Maybe you can get away with that one.
That should probably not be together, but that's not my business.
Yes, ma'am.
So stuff like this happens, and I have to step in.
Why am I in trouble?
Spread your feet. Spread your feet apart.
Why am I in trouble though?
Because of
Why
the
am
marks
I in
he has
trouble?
all on his neck and the inconsistencies
That's
of
me
the story.
fighting back.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay, step back a little bit.
I can't. Jess, do we know how tall Sarah was?
Okay.
Because she's heavier than he is.
I still gotta check you though.
Why? Because I fucking pull it back?
No, because everybody that goes in my car gets checked, no matter who you are.
No. I mean, like, seriously, like, I literally just started my job a week ago.
Go ahead, sit down for me. Sarah.
I literally just started my job a week ago.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Phone. Her phone's over there?
It's in your front seat.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, so she's the same height as him. That's a nice.
In the end, the assistant state attorney decided not to prosecute. If you have made it this
Yeah, that's sadly one of the other things that happens a lot in these cases. Is let's just. It's both of them. It'll go away. It's who should we punish because they're both bad eggs. Yeah, but it will just escalate because the addiction keeps getting worse and the violence will keep escalating because they're still bad people. Yeah, she had a lot of charges dropped against her, but at some point when I tried to do some research and actually try and be a professional YouTuber, not this hack job that I am now, I should go in and look at all of her prior records and do a show about that because she's such a mean girl. It's really bad. 5'3" according to arrest affidavit, and he was 5'1". That's what I said when she was complaining that she couldn't get her USB drive set. They should just let Berta have one of them, and then she can figure out why weapons in a dormitory isn't a good idea. He's 5'1", 103, and she was 5'3", 130. Yeah, I bet you she knew how to use it. The going through 8 competent lawyers and now needs room for all her stuff in the jail. I like the lawyer from the jail saying, "We've done this before. What does over and above mean? This is my third language. I understand that." So she could jump on top of the suitcase and lock him in. She was bigger and stronger than him. I don't know if she was stronger because men are, on average, I believe, 16% stronger than same-size females. So, but again, he didn't look like a guy who hit the gym that often. Thank you, Jen Pookie. Did she ever? I don't know. I have to. At some point, I need to do some research. I'm just flying by my pants. I wanted the expert to take me to see that wrestling show, but he's such a bad host. That's horrendous to watch. I think I've watched it twice. The worst part is her voice. You can hear she don't give a crap about that person. Do you mind? Yeah, but also alcoholic strong isn't really a thing. Yeah, they probably sent her home after half a lesson and say, "Nah, she'll be fine. I can't deal with her." But I'm gonna jump off, get myself some dinner, and if the Carly Gregg hearing is ongoing today, we don't know because it's a competency hearing. It will be at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll if it's streamed, I'll probably cover that. Other than that, remember, link in top of the chat. Go show Tom some love. Let's get him to the 10,000. And I'm gonna chuck you all over to Mo. Put some donuts in her chat because she's on a diet. So let's annoy her a little bit. Nope, that's the wrong one. And thank you all Vices Raiders for showing up. All the members, new Discord if you don't have. If you want to join the Discord, call the mods. All the YouTube stuff, yada yada. You heard it a million times before. Gracias, amigas.
What exhibit are you referring to?
I'm going to make this 100, Your Honor.
All right.
100. Because it is 100% correct.
Checking your
So you literally built a cannon?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right, I'm in love.
Go back. Please do that again. Oh, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
While I'm waiting for this, did you
whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No.
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
No.
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
Probably did. Everybody has.
So there-
Everybody has.